Okay, let's talk contouring. So I've already added my highlights, a brightening highlight in the center and a main highlight, and now I want to define my features, chisel out my cheekbones, give myself an instant facelift, and slim it down with my contour. So my contour is a cooler shade. It mimics the shadow, so it's not going to match my skin tone. And I'm going to use a detail brush, which is got this nice oval shape at the end and a smaller end at this end for details, and this is what I love to use for contouring, the detail brush. So I'm going to just lightly dip that in, my contour. First I'm going to chisel out my cheekbones. I'm going to start at the top of my ear, and I'm just going to go right underneath where my natural cheekbone lies. So I'm just going to put that right under, kind of scoop it under my cheekbone a little bit, but I'm not going to go too far over, just maybe to the outer corner of my eye. And then that just adds some dimension to my face. I will blend that in with my blend brush, but as opposed to one all over wash, it just adds a little bit of chiseled out cheekbones. And I'm going to do the same thing along my jaw, just to define that angle of my face. And chisel out my jaw also. So you can see it just accentuates the shadow, thins it out, and highlights my bone structure. I'm also going to add a little contour up on my forehead, and that just deepens the shadow and gives you more dimension, makes you look more three-dimensional, which our faces are three-dimensional, so we want to highlight that. So that's how I do my contour on my face, and I'll just go in and do the other side as well. Again, just dipping that in, kind of pushing up right under my cheekbone to accentuate that shadow. And I'm going to do my jaw as well, right along my jaw, and kind of blend that into my neck area. And I'll blend that in with my brush in just a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to take the smaller end and I'm going to use my contour to just contour my nose. And it's just tracing a little bit of shadow on the side of the bridge of my nose. It just thins out your nose. It makes it look more thin, and it straightens it out too with a straight line. It's like getting a nose job without having to have plastic surgery. Okay, and it's not too harsh that it looks like a dirty streak on your nose. You just want to be light, but define that. And then we will blend that in a little bit too. And then I just like to go in with my highlight just to clean that up and brighten my nose. So now these are harsh lines, but I'm going to blend them in using my blend brush. So this is the big fluffy end, and I'm just going to make that a little bit less stark. Not too much. You don't want to blend it away, but just kind of blend it in so it looks a little bit less defined and more natural. And that's contouring. So I've just given myself instantly a little bit of lift, a little bit of extra dimension and sculpt just by adding a little contour. So that's the magic of contour.